19th. It is the Public Health and Safety Committee. We have a quorum with myself, Councilwoman Gamble, Councilwoman Johnston, Councilmember Nash, Councilmember Pulley, and Councilmember Swope. First of all, I was taking a look at everything, and is there anything that anybody needs to have pulled off of a consent agenda that you want to discuss? Nope? Okay. Well, then I will go ahead and get started. RS 2022-1486, Allens, Evans, Welsh, approves a grant from the National Environmental Health Association to the Metropolitan Board of Health for the Food Protection Services Division of the Metro Health Department to complete a self-assessment of 9 retail food program standards of the Food and Drug Administration. RS 2022-1487, Allen, Evans, and Welsh approves a grant from the National Environmental Health Association to the Metropolitan Board of Health to provide funding for the Food Protection Services Division to attend a NEHA-sponsored self-assessment and verification audit workshop. RS 2022-1488, Allen, Evans, Welsh approves a contract between the Metropolitan Board of Health and Tennessee Department of Health to provide medical examiner investigations, post-mortem examinations, and consultations. RS 2022-1489, Allen, Evans, Welsh, and Suara approves an amendment to a preemptive eligibility services grant from the Tennessee Department of Health to the Metropolitan Board of Health to provide prenatal presumptive eligibility program enrollment assistance to pregnant women with TennCare and Cover Kids applications. RS 2022-1490, Allen, Evans, and others approves a grant from the Friends of Metro Animal Care and Control to the Metropolitan Board of Health to provide funding for various programs for shelter animals. RS 2022-1491 approves an amendment to a grant from the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency to the Metropolitan Office of Emergency Management to provide resources to procure items, training, and equipment for hazardous materials preparedness. RS 2022-1492, Allen and Evans approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department and the Williamson County Centennial High School for extra duty police services.
Could I ask that be pulled up?
Oh, that one? Sure. All right, so we'll pull RS 2022-1492 off consent. And then RS 2022-1493, Allen and Evans approves a community-based traffic safety enforcement and education grant from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office to the Metro Nashville Police Department to continue the enhanced DUI enforcement initiative and targeting of distracted driving and seatbelt enforcement. Do I have a motion?
So
Seconded. All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, let's go back to RS 2022-1492, approves an intergovernmental agreement between the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department and the Williamson County Centennial High School for extra duty police services. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion? Councilman
I
Nash.
did have a question. If our officers cross over the county line,
So they're hosting their prom here in Nashville,
Oh.
and they are looking to hire off-duty law
Okay.
enforcement.
I was
they're
worried
going-
we were going over the county line.
No, sir.
Yeah,
No, it's
jurisdiction.
going through secondary employment.
Gotcha, okay.
So these are volunteers, officers are signing up, volunteer to work overtime,
Where are they
and
holding it?
because it's intergovernmental,
Yeah.
we have to go through
Yeah.
council.
Where are they holding it?
I'd have to double check on that. I just know it's here in
It's
Nashville.
It's in, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Music
good.
City Center.
Music, okay. I'm good.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor of prom? All right. Anyone opposed? Okay. And then let's go to BL 2022-1171, O'Connell. Provides for the designation of public property within specified areas of downtown Nashville as a temporary special event zone during the time period beginning at 6 a.m. on June 8, 2022, and ending at 12 midnight on June 13, 2022, relative to the use of these areas in conjunction with the 2022 CMA Fest and related activities and events. So Councilman O'Connell, or do I have a motion? All right. All right, any discussion? Councilman McConnell, you're
Thank you, Madam
recognized.
Chair. In this case, you all know we do this and have for the 6 years that I've been on council for just a few signature events. These are things like CMA Fest, like our New Year's Eve event, like our Independence Day event. They really just provide law enforcement and the event producers the opportunity to really have a zone that is going to be appropriately safe, monitored, consistent vending practices, and just generally so encourage committee support.
All right, any discussion? All right, all those in favor? Anyone opposed? All right. We're done with our agenda. I do have a couple folks I want to recognize. Thank you, Councilmember O'Connell. First, I'm going to recognize Mr. Armistead, Mike Armistead from Nashville Fire.
Yeah, hey, so thank you, and thank you all for a moment of your time. I actually showed up here for the HMEP grant, but I've had conversations with Aaron, sorry, with Aaron before about what we do with the Nashville Fire Department and our partnership with THP and with the Army National Guard. So I'm here to, first of all, invite you all. You're all welcome to come with us, join us when we train. With that being said, what we do is we have the partnership with those entities, and it's called the HART team, which stands for Helicopter Aquatic Rescue Team. Everybody has a partnership with it. So the Army provides pilots, crews, aircraft. THP, the same, pilot and the aircraft. And Nashville Fire, what we do, we provide the rescue personnel with the proper training and all that. So we're not just an asset for Davidson County, Nashville, but we're also an asset for the whole state, all 95 counties. Since we stood up in November 2019, we've flown on 12 missions, and out of those 12 missions, we've rescued 4 people. 2 of them off the Appalachian Trail, and also a couple out of Humphreys County during the Waverly flood that happened down there. So the big thing that Chief Swan is really proud of, and I would think that you guys would be proud of, is that it's almost at a zero cost for the citizens of Nashville that we have this capability here, because everybody is providing a little bit of skin in the game. Everybody benefits to the greater good for it. And so with that being said, I would love the opportunity for you guys to get with me. We'll schedule a fly along. If you want to be a survivor, we'll be glad to put you down somewhere, and then we'll hoist you up into the aircraft. Director of TEMA, Sheehan, we put him out in the lake one night, out at Percy Priest, and we rescued him. Governor Lee has expressed that he would like to be a part of that as well. So it's a great program that we have, and we train weekly with it. And just kind of give you an idea of where we're at with other, what I would consider legacy teams. So North Carolina has their HART team, Indiana, Texas, South Carolina, so on and so forth. They've all been in business for 20 plus years, and so we're new to this. And how we got into this was because of the flood of 2010. We almost lost some of our own firefighters, and so this was the response to that. I recently went about 3 weeks ago to North Carolina to meet with their team and observe their tactics and strategies and equipment and everything. And so I'm really proud to say that in this short period of time that we've been doing this, that we've been stood up and doing this, we're at their level. And they were really impressed. Matter of fact, I got a phone call from them this morning. They want to do some combined training with us in the Smoky Mountains. And so we're in the league now, so to speak, across the nation. So I don't want to take any more of your time, but you guys are welcome as the flowers in May to come and join us and fly with us anytime.
Any questions? All right.
Never been a victim.
We call them survivors.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much.
Until you rescue me, I'm a victim.
Okay, fair enough.
Become a survivor.
Fair enough.
Thank you for sharing that opportunity with all of us. I
Yes.
appreciate that. All right, Mr. Sharp, did you have anything you need to share with anybody?
The COVID numbers are up, but they're still not really high. They're up to 57 cases a day. The vaccinations or sites, even though they're both still open, they're doing about 102 tests and 360, wrong one. They're doing about 100 tests and 50 vaccinations a day. And almost all those vaccinations are second boosters. Our strike teams still go around, and they've done Last month, they did 186 of those things, and they did 365 vaccinations. So even though it's going up, it's not the spike that we had feared we might get after spring break. A little bit, but it's not frightening at this point.
Okay, very good. How about, Commander Gilder, do you have anything you need to share with anybody?
I don't think I have any announcements. I appreciate it though.
All right, sure. All right.
Might I
Councilman Schwartz.
add something?
Absolutely.
I'd like to commend Doug Krulin at BNA, the airport. Within 2 hours of the decision coming down in Florida yesterday, he had made a public press release saying, no more masks at the airport. God bless you, Doug.
All right, so noted, for the record here. Anybody else have anything? All right. Oh, yes, sir.
With the COVID, are we seeing hospitalizations go up?
No, I meant to mention that, they're stable and fine,
Most of the new cases are
relatively mild.
manageable.
All right, well, thank you. We're adjourned.